Is it really possible for a tiny tweak to your morning coffee routine to ignite your metabolism and put your body into full fat-burning mode for the rest of the day?
Check out the link in the video description now and transform your morning coffee into a metabolism-boosting super drink.
Boris Johnson's Brexit negotiator has warned that Labour would drag Britain back into the orbit of Brussels by watering down the UK-EU trade deal if it wins the election. Lord Frost said Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer would betray the 2016 vote to leave by unpicking Mr Johnson's deal and making Britain subject to EU laws and judges. It comes after Shadow Chancellor Rachel Reeves said a Labour government would seek closer alignment with the bloc's rules in areas such as the chemicals sector and an enhanced deal for workers in the City of London. Sir Keir also wants a closer relationship with the EU, and there are growing fears he will betray the vote to leave after saying last week that everything about the post-Brexit relationship needs renegotiating. He has described the deal struck by Mr Johnson and Lord Frost as botched and has insisted he would strike a better one. But Lord Frost warned that it would mean Britain having to potentially recede sovereignty to Brussels, effectively being a rule taker while not being members. If the EU gives you something it wants something back, he said, adding, "We do have to face this prospect that Labour are going to water down the deal we got. There's no doubt they're going to try and get us closer into the single market even if there won't be the stroke of a pen that does the whole thing. And we're going to be back in the orbit of the EU." Speaking to the Sun's Never Mind the Ballots show, he also warned that if Labour wants deeper ties with the EU, then they're going to have to accept the EU laws and courts to get it, because that will be a red line for the bloc. This was a price that Mr Johnson's government wasn't willing to pay when Lord Frost was negotiating the current deal, he said. On Tuesday, Sir Keir was forced to deny that he would betray British fishermen by caving into Brussels' demands for greater access to UK waters. It was after EU sources revealed that Brussels will demand greater access to British fishing waters for EU trawlers as the price of any trade concessions. Under the post-Brexit UK-EU trade deal, 25% of the overall existing EU quota in UK waters will be transferred to the UK over a 5.5-year transition period to June 30, 2026. After 2026, negotiations on access and share of stocks will take place on an annual basis, although multi-annual agreements are possible. Labour will be in charge of these if it wins the election, along with a review of the wider trade pact scheduled for that year.